Social media ads are now welcoming the rise of the influencer marketing, and I'm also hearing employee advocates is kind of now becoming a term. So if Adcetera puts out a post, then I need all my employees to like it and repost it and share it and do whatever they need to do with it. But where is Adcetera in regards to influencer marketing? Is that something that you guys are entertaining?
Yeah, it's absolutely actually something that we're actively getting into. But this is the interesting thing. I remember when viral was a thing.
Sure.
Right? I mean, this was 15 years ago. And people would come to us, and clients would come to us and say, I need to launch a viral marketing campaign.
That's pretty,
and, you kind of look at them and you think of what defined viral back in the day, and it was somebody tripping on something, or it was a misfortune, or it's kind of oopsies, right? In terms of that. And, the authenticity that quickly spiraled after that was, boy, that was staged. And so, the influencer marketing perspective is really hard because it's not about you and I, or an advertising committee, or a group that's judging whether or not this is. It's real consumers, and whether you reach out to them, brands can immediately get crushed if they try too hard. And because the communication cycle is so quick. Right, I can post, I can get feedback, I could take it down immediately, but somebody's capturing it. It lives on in time. Blah blah blah. So, the positivity or the negativity just perpetuates beyond that. Influencer marketing is always going to be a tricky component of it. It's whether or not you have the right audience, whether or not you have the right message, whether or not you actually have representation by the right property. And I hate to say human beings as property, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you are a great sponsor or a promoter of product X, Y, or Z, or vertical market X, Y, or Z, or you're known for this thing, the positive is that you can jump on that train, right? You can get along
pretty
with
easy,
it, right? Pretty
quickly
easily.
Up.
You can buy your space and time. Just as equally, you can get damaged by it as well too, and you can look at all the insights of bannings of individuals, like back to the gaming thing. I watch a lot of Twitch. Unfortunately,
nice.
Maybe too much Twitch. But like the influences that are in that space, you got a lot of folks that are being banned. You have folks that are being canceled from an Instagram perspective or from a TikTok perspective, and so it has to be done very carefully. Authenticity is core, and unless you can really get and encapsulate and define what exactly that is, from your brand, who's delivering it, what the message is, what the script is, the visual delivery of it, that can quickly fall into the ooh.
Yeah, and the people that I've talked to that have kind of dabbled in it, from a client reaching out to an influencer, it almost seems like you're basically part of your price is them producing it how they want it, because hey, I got to keep my brand, so they produce it, they edit it, they post it, and however, and you kind of are paying for a one time, or not, just an upfront fee of, okay, I'll come and do this one day and shoot a bunch of stuff, and then I'll post one or two things. But as an ad person, and then also thinking about your clients, like, that's giving up a lot of control.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't have right to be in this game. You do, right? They own their space.
Yeah.
And there are influencers that I've talked with major brands. There are influencers that absolutely will not take paid work, because they don't believe in a brand. I know influencers that won't take paid work, period, not because they don't believe in a brand. They just do like a review themselves, period.
Oh, okay.
Right? And if you send them a product, good luck. If it gets featured, awesome. If it doesn't, then it may be in the testing cycle of something that didn't work.
Okay.
And I'm just talking. My bias is obviously from a technology or a tech perspective, but I'm sure that there's food and cosmetic and lifestyle and all these other ones that are out there. And I think, you quickly get, there's the marketer's playbook, and then there's the consumer's playbook. The marketer's playbook, I hear, you don't ever want to work with so and so and so and so and so and so. because they charge you too much, or they don't represent the content well enough, and even though you're under contract, you don't have the ability to really control what they're publishing themselves, even though they're just a hired gun. And I think the consumers see that. They still
Yeah.
have millions of followers and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of likes and views and impressions. But at the same time, we see some of those brands or we see one of those influencer brands that are heroes in this space. But then, just think about today, somebody that you really, really followed 5 years ago. Where are they?
Oh, true. Yeah.
And it's just amazing how some of them just come and go. But anyway, it's something as a whole we have to get into, primarily because you never know when that interest is going to be spiked by an influencer or by a brand.